Being a Nami fan has its ups and downs. One of the biggest downs you could ever have as a Nami fan is to hear certain opinions about Nami from other One Piece fans who have this weird idea, who probably had not read the One Piece manga correctly when it concerns Nami, to the point they make some incredible bad claims, basically fake news about her that I feel like I should talk about. And this is what I want to do with these type of series of videos in regards to Nami, where I talk about certain stuff that I hear from the One Piece community regarding her, where they bash her for no reason whatsoever and have such weird reasons to do so, and just talk about them, just to see if like maybe I could find people who think this way and basically, change their mind about Nami. Because I feel like Nami gets certain hate around her that just isn't right. It's just so idiotic reasons to hate her, and I just want to make these type of videos to showcase this, right? So I guess the first big thing that I want to talk about is the idea that Nami is basically a greedy bitch. Yes, a greedy bitch. Now, why do people think she's a greedy bitch? Well, it's mostly in the western part of the fandom because of certain cultural impacts that have been made throughout, the western hemisphere, such as certain TV shows, such as the MTV era of like TV shows, reality shows, where like if a woman likes a lot of money, she will do anything for that money. She would do anything, like absolutely anything, whether it's kill somebody, whether it's to have sex with them, whether it's sell their friends out or anything like that. And this mentality somehow, for some strange reason, goes towards Nami in one of the weirdest ways possible. And if you have read the One Piece manga carefully, guess what? Nami isn't like that at all. Anyone who believes this, anyone who thinks this way, clearly has not read the manga properly. Now, I understand, I know some people who say stuff like this to me, but I know when they are joking about it and when they are not. However, there are some One Piece fans who actually believe this, and it's so annoying to constantly hear this. It's fake news. It is such a terrible mentality to have for any character, regardless if it's Nami. It's certain stuff like this that you never hear with Robin fans, or about Robin, or Hancock fans about Hancock. Because why? Because they seem to always go after the Nami fans, regardless of whatever they want to bash her for. Now, whether that is because she's the heroine of the series, she has more screen time, whatever it is, I don't get it. So yeah, it's weird. It's so freaking weird why Nami, out of everyone else, always seems to be targeted for this, such as her being a greedy bitch who will do anything for money, including sex. Now, this is one of the biggest stuff to talk about because, one, no, Nami will never ever sell herself out to do some stuff like that. Now, what's my proof behind that? Well, I may not necessarily have proof behind that because Oda has never came out and said it, but he has clearly shown throughout the story, throughout the canon story, that Nami tends to, while be flirtatious, while also wearing sexy clothing and always wanting money and stuff like that, she has never really ever, and I mean ever, done it in a way that leads her to do sexy stuff or do have sex or anything like that for money. Like, there is proof in the story. One of the major pieces of evidence for this is literally the CPR scene, where Luffy eats the poison, and then when they meet Reiju, she sucks the poison out using CPR, right? Nami is shown to be bashful. She has, red tints on her cheeks. She's, has her hands up like this, like she's bashful, she's embarrassed, maybe jealousy, I don't know. But you see that, and then all of a sudden you think like, why would Nami, who some people claim to, be a deviant, do this? Like, why is she doing this? Why? Maybe because you completely misinterpreted her character. Maybe you completely misunderstood her character because you skimmed through because of your pure hatred for Nami, or whatever reason it is. Did you skim through the entire story? Why would Nami care about, Luffy getting CPR like that if Nami is like this sexual deviant? Like, why? Like most people always go back to the Alabasta scene where she does the happiness punch and stuff like that, and she shows Luffy and the others her body, and they always point to that as like being the main example, the main reason for it. But she never does anything out of that other than that. Like sure, it may be a little weird and maybe a little but that was a fan service scene. Nothing to do with her actually going out and having sex with other people for money. That is not what she does. That is not what she ever did. And the fact that she was bashful over a CPR scene shows you that she is not into that kind of stuff. If she was into that kind of stuff, she wouldn't have reacted the way she did. But guess what? She didn't. So that would only lead to one explanation. And that is that she doesn't do any of that stuff. She's very, very, shy about that kind of stuff, as it clearly shown. But she's okay with showing her body because she's not doing anything except, showing her body, which is, her temple. She could do whatever she wants. But she doesn't go after that kind of stuff. Now, it may sound like I'm like contradicting myself, right? Because of the Alabasta scene. But she's not doing anything except, just giving them a little peek, and that's it. Why? Because, it's a fan service scene. Oda decided that's a fan service scene, But never has he ever shown her ever going that route. Ever. Like, not even once. Now, there was an SBS thing about, Momo asking Nami to be a concubine, which is a really weird thing, to basically show Nami as that, because she has never been like that. More than likely, this is just a joke, because frankly, Robin also, chuckled and made like a small little joke about that, and more than likely, this is just her joking around, but never, ever has she ever shown throughout the entire manga that this was a thing that she does. Never. It's never been shown. Now, granted, it could have never been shown because Oda doesn't want to show that, but it has never been shown. So why would anyone want to think that? The only reason why people think that is because of the mentality people have while watching a lot of these Western shows, these Western things, and it's being influenced in their mind that this is what female characters who will always want money will be like. You see, it has never been shown. The fact that she's bashful over a CPR/kiss to Luffy shows that she isn't into that kind of stuff. The other thing that people say about that is the fact of her, wearing these type of clothing. She wears basically sexy clothing. And then all of a sudden that's like, oh yeah, she must be, into sex. She must be paying, must be getting money to have sex and stuff like that. And I'm just like, no. What? No, that is such a terrible mentality to have. That is not what is happening. Why in the world would that mean? With her wearing those type of clothing mean that she wants to basically have sex, and if you pay her enough, she will do it. Like, why? Like, how? Why? Like, it makes no sense whatsoever. It doesn't. That's just such a weird mentality to have. If you believe that, you're weird, man. That is so weird. Like, no matter what type of clothing a woman wears, it doesn't mean it's an invitation to do anything like that. Unless it's on purpose. Like, for example, like, wearing lingerie to, for, your boyfriend, your husband and stuff like that. Okay, fine, you'll love her. Okay, that's great, cool. But never if it's in like a public place or anything like that, that's an invite for her to basically, show off herself to, random people. No, that is not what that means. She will never, ever take money in order to do this kind of stuff. And no, the doujins do not count as canon. I've heard people talk about and mention like these doujins, and all of a sudden they think that it's canon, it's a canon event, and it's just, oh my goodness, these are the type of things you hear about Nami that just frustrates Nami fans, But overall, the point that I'm trying to make is simple. Nami can do whatever she wants with her body. She could do whatever she wants, wear whatever clothing she wants. She could do whatever. But that doesn't mean she goes out whoring herself. It doesn't mean that she goes out to get money to basically do these type of sexual deviancies, all because she wants money. That's such a weird mentality to have. You could love money. I love money. Why? Because money makes the world go around. I'd love to have more money. It's what I do. Everyone wants more money. It's literally everyone wants more money. I don't care. You could have this mentality where, like, money isn't that important, but everyone needs money to survive in this world. It's a necessity. It happens. So why is Nami any different from that? Yes, she wants more money than usual, than, probably a normal person. but like she has lived her entire freaking life gathering money to basically save a village, and she never kept any of it on her own. She never did. That's so weird. You know, it's so weird. She never did that. In fact, I could give you a perfect example of why, while she may be greedy and want money, there are times when she basically gives up that money to do basically a good thing, such as when Kami in Shibori Archipelago, she was willing to give up all the money they had to save Kami, who she and the other Straw Hats only met only a short while ago. She was willing to give up all her money for her. Did people miss that? Did people skim over that? Why? Because it was a Nami scene? Oh yeah, well that won't make sense then. Yeah, why would you give a damn about, you know, Nami's character when you could just skip over it because it's so boring? I know what Nami's like. She'll probably never do this. This is a fucking, you know, a lie. Yeah. And there was also that moment in Skypiea when she confronted Enno, where he was like, you know, why do you care about them when you could just join me and, you know, we could be powerful together, you know, all that stuff. You know, you could have all the money in the world, you could have all the power in the world. And she literally responded like, it doesn't matter how much money she had, it doesn't matter how much power she gets from him or money she gets from him or anyone else if she doesn't have her friends beside her. She literally cares about her friends. She will never sell her friends out. It's so bizarre that people think this way, that she's a greedy bitch that she would gladly, you know, sell Luffy out to basically make a quick buck. It's so ridiculous. It's so freaking ridiculous, and it's frustrating to hear this as a Nami fan over and over again by other people, because they have some sort of agenda against her. I don't know what this agenda is. You know, many people have different reasons, and I don't want to pick people's brain because it's gonna make my head explode. But yeah, Nami is not as greedy as people think she is. She doesn't whore herself out as people think she does, and she won't sell out her friends. She won't. She never will. In fact, she won't even sell anyone that she likes. Why? Because she cares about people. It's not all about money. Nami has shown time and time again that she is willing to give up her money to save others, and that is not greedy. That is not greedy at all. Let me know what you think about this video, and let me know if like maybe I changed your mind. That'll be great to hear in the comments below. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to hear see more of my Nami video series about, you know, misconceptions about Nami, and hopefully I see you in the next video. So thank you so much, and I'll talk to you guys soon.